Georgia State is currently tied for second place in the Sun Division of the Sun Belt Conference with 2 games remaining in the regular season. If they win out and get some help from Middle Tennessee State, they can make it back to the Sun Belt Championship game. But first up, they have to face off against Texas State at home in the Georgia Dome to continue this 2-game winning streak and make it 3 in a row. We will find out next if Georgia State can get that 3rd win in a row.
That excites. Think of these names.
Texas State will start out with the ball to get this game underway. In the shotgun, Tyler Jones hands off to Stewart up the middle. He has the first down and more, stiff arms his way to the 46-yard line and gains 22 yards on the ground. First down and 10 now for the Bobcats. Jones will hand off to Stewart again, and once again he goes up the middle and gains 7 yards, close to the first down marker. 3rd down and 3 now for the Bobcats. Jones back to pass here. He dumps it over the middle, and it's broken up by our defender. And Texas State on 4th and 3 would decide to go for a gutsy call here early on in the game. And Tyler Jones tries to keep it on the read option, but he's taken down by Brad Williams in the backfield. And Georgia State takes over, trying to capitalize with a big play to start out this drive. And down the field, Jackson makes the reception for 25 yards down to the 24-yard line. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Reynolds looking to pass here out of the shotgun, throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted by Gay. And Gay's going to return this one to the 26-yard line. And Georgia State turns the ball over. Texas State takes over here. And Tyler Jones gets sacked on 1st and 10. A 4-yard loss on the play. 3rd down and 9 now. Jones looking to pass. He fires over the middle. It's caught by Stewart on the dump off, and he has the first down and more. A 13-yard gain on the ground. 2nd down and 11 now for the Bobcats. Jones looking to pass once again. He throws this one up, and it's caught by Patrick Griffin, but that is not a Texas State player. That's the defensive player for Georgia State, and we get a turnover and get the ball back as Reynolds and the Panthers take over, and Reynolds will be sacked on the play for an 8-yard loss. Could not avoid the pressure. 3rd down and 20 now. Reynolds looking to pass. Gonna fire this one up deep down the sideline for Marcus Jackson, and it's almost picked off. Deflected by Kevin Patrick, and Georgia State would punt the ball. Texas State takes over here. Jones back to pass. Firing for the sideline, but it's undercut by Dowling. And Dowling's gonna take this one back inside the 10-yard line, and a flag comes out. Face mask penalty would put it at the 4. And that would lead to a field goal for Georgia State. And they're up 3-0 in the first quarter as we get a studio update here. A game we'll be looking at all day long. Old Dominion, Middle Tennessee State tied at 7 apiece. 2nd down and 10 now as Texas State takes over. This dump off goes to Stewart, but he's stopped in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. And this Georgia State defense is being very aggressive early on. 3rd down and 15. Jones is going to step up to throw this one, and it's picked off for the 3rd time of the quarter by Jerome Schroeder this time. And Georgia State takes over at the 40-yard line of the Bobcats. Handoff to Anthony Gross. He will go up the middle for 12 yards and a first down. Try to get this running game going this week. 87 yards on the ground last week for Georgia State. As the handoff on 1st and 10 goes to Gross, and he gets 13 yards and another Georgia State first down. 2nd down and 8 now with under a minute to go in the quarter. Handoff to Anthony Gross. He's going to break a tackle, stiff arm his way down to the 2-yard line, a 10-yard gain on the drive. 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Gross, and he has nowhere to go. A gain of only 1. 5 seconds left in the quarter. The handoff goes to Mark Culver up the middle. He will walk into the end zone untouched and put Georgia State up 10-0 over Texas State. And that is your score after the first quarter.
This offense does a very good shot that they can shut this offense out.
2nd quarter gets underway here. Georgia State up 10-0 over Texas State. The Bobcats have a 3rd and 5. And this pass out to Stewart is good for the first down. And he gets up towards midfield, a 19-yard reception. 2nd down and 11 now for the Bobcats. Tyler Jones looking to pass, steps up a bit, and he gets sacked on the play, a loss of 8 yards. That'll set up a 3rd and 20 now. Jones back to pass. He's going to get sacked again for an 8-yard loss, and that's going to set up a 4th and long and a punt from Texas State. Georgia State takes over, 3rd and 7. Reynolds back to pass, dumps it off to Anthony Gross on the screenplay, and he cannot get enough for the first down. That would set up a 4th and 3 and a punt from Georgia State. Texas State takes over here, 1st and 10. Jones keeps it on the read option. He's going to gain 9 yards on the play. Later on in the drive, we have a 2nd and 12 for the Bobcats. Jones back to pass, firing this one downfield, caught by Allen for 10 yards. Close to that first down marker. It's 3rd and 1. And Jones will hand it off to Stewart here, who will roll over a defender there. He's inside the 40, taken down at the 31-yard line of the Panthers. A 21-yard gain on the ground for Stewart. 1st down and 10 now. Jones will keep it on the read option up the middle. He goes for 15 yards and another Bobcats 1st down, trying to get their first points of the game. On 1st and 10, Jones keeps it on the read option again. He has a hole up the middle. He has the 1st down and more, and he's dragged in the end zone for the touchdown. And Tyler Jones brings the Bobcats within 3 points after the extra point. And Georgia State takes over, up by 3 with 3 minutes to go. Reynolds back to pass, firing downfield for Marcus Jackson, and that one should have been caught. Jackson did not even make a play on the ball. 3rd down and 6 now. Reynolds back to pass, scrambling around, and he will be sacked for a loss of 17 yards. He has to learn to take that sack earlier and not scramble and lose yards. Georgia State would punt, but Texas State would take over. They're going to fire downfield, and Patrick Griffin deflects that one, almost getting his 2nd interception of the day. Instead, it's a 3rd and 5 here. Jones back to pass. He's going to dump it off to Copeland over the middle, and Copeland will go down at the 30, a 9-yard gain on that play. 2nd down and 4 now for the Bobcats. Tyler Jones looking to throw this one to the end zone, and his receiver cannot hang on through the end of that catch. It would have been a touchdown, but he drops it. It's a 3rd and 4 now for Texas State as Jones drops back, dumps it over to Copeland, and Copeland will get enough for the 1st down, keeping this drive alive. 40 seconds left in this game as Jones looks to pass on 3rd and 2, and he is sacked on the play for a loss of 7 yards by Robert Dowling, and that's going to lead to a field goal here to end the 1st half and tying this game at 10 apiece as we get another studio update here. Old Dominion on top of Middle Tennessee State, 17-7. So things are looking good for Georgia State if they get a win today. But heading into halftime, our game is tied at 10 apiece.
So at the end of the half, and a 10-10 tie in this game.
A low-scoring, very tight 1st half for these two teams, tied at 10 apiece. Georgia State gets the ball here to start the 2nd half, and a pass to Marcus Jackson for 8 yards starts us out. Looking at the halftime stats here, Georgia State struggling even though they've scored 10 points, mostly because of turnovers. They only have 50 total offensive yards in that 1st half. They need to come out swinging here in the 2nd half and get this offense going. David Reynolds back to pass here on 3rd and 9, and that one's going to be broken up by Jermod Williams. And Georgia State's going to have to punt to start out this 3rd quarter as Texas State takes over on 1st and 10. The handoff goes to Stewart, but he will be dragged down behind the line, but a flag comes in. It's a face mask giving the Bobcats an automatic 1st down. 3rd and 9 now for the Bobcats. Handoff goes to Stewart. He's going to break a couple tackles and get taken down after a 10-yard gain. Enough for the 1st down. Very next play, Jones will hand off to Stewart again. He's going to go outside here, run over defender, stiff arm another one, and make it down to the Panthers' 45-yard line. A 17-yard gain for Stewart, and we need to contain him better. Jones now on 1st and 10 will try to take this one himself on the read option, and he's going to lose 3 yards on the play as Artemis Robinson comes in for the tackle. 3rd down and 13 now for the Bobcats. Jones going to pass this one, but it's going to fall short, incomplete, as he was hit on the throw. And on a 4th and 13, the Bobcats are going to try to kick a long field goal. The kick is up. It has the distance, but it is wide left. And you look at the replay here, it did have the distance, but it was just barely wide left there. and that would lead to no points, and the Bobcats would take over later in the quarter here. Jones keeping it himself as Georgia State had a 3-and-out after that missed field goal attempt. 2nd and 6 now for the Bobcats. Jones back to pass here. He's going to lift this one up, and Patrick Griffin's going to intercept it for the 2nd time today. He's going to take this one inside the 30, down to the 20, 10-5, touchdown Georgia State. Patrick Griffin gets a pick 6 to put Georgia State up 17-10 here late in the 3rd quarter. And another studio update from that Old Dominion Middle Tennessee game. 27-7, Old Dominion wins it, so if Georgia State can hang on, they can get a tie for first place. And Texas State and Georgia State, 7 points separate these two teams in this game after 3 quarters. Middle Tennessee State has lost to Old Dominion, so if Georgia State can get the win today, they have a shot if they win out to take the Sun Division. We'll start the 4th quarter up by 7 and a 19-yard pass and catch to Michael Sanders there. 1st and 10 now. Reynolds back to pass. He's looking. He's going to fire this one to the sideline, and wide open is Michael Sanders again. A 24-yard gain through the air. A nice sideline catch there by Sanders, filling in for Mark Moore, who's going to be out for another week. 3rd and 4 now. Reynolds back to pass. Fires this one over the middle for Anthony Gross, it looked like, but broken up. Thrown in traffic there. And that's going to lead to a field goal. Georgia State's going to go up 20-10 as we look at these defensive stats. 6 sacks, 4 interceptions, and a 1 pass breakup for this Georgia State defense. They have really come through big the last 2 weeks and in this week's game as well. As Kevin Stewart gets the handoff, and he is down the sideline, past midfield, inside the 40, down inside the 30, inside the 20, taken down at the 14. A 68-yard gain on the ground for Kevin Stewart. Sets up a 1st and 10 here, and Jones is going to look to pass to the sideline. He goes, and it's broken up, almost intercepted again, this time by Robert Dowling. 3rd down and 8 now. Jones looking to pass. He's going to end up throwing this one away, and on 4th and 8, Texas State's going to go for it instead of kicking the field goal when they're only down by 10, and Jones is going to fire this one out to Miller, and he cannot hang on. It's a turnover on downs for Texas State. Georgia State's going to take over here. Reynolds looking to pass. He's pump faking, firing this one deep downfield for Marcus Jackson. He makes the catch as the defender overshot him. 1st down and 10, a 53-yard gain through the air. And on 1st and 10, this pitch goes to Anthony Gross, trying to get outside, cuts it back inside, has the 1st down and more inside the 10, and he will roll into the end zone for the touchdown, a 35-yard run for a touchdown, and Georgia State is going to enjoy a 27-10 lead here halfway through the 4th quarter as Tyler Jones looking to pass over the middle, hits Greg Robinson for 6 yards and a 1st down. 2nd and 1 now for the Bobcats. Jones going to fire this one quickly, and it's caught by Robinson again up towards midfield. 11-yard gain on that play. In Panther territory now on 4th and 2. The Bobcats' last hope here. Over to the sideline here is caught by Robinson for 4 yards, and they keep this drive alive with under 2 minutes to go. Tyler Jones in the shotgun here. Steps up here, avoids the pressure. He's going to fire this one, and it's picked off by the linebacker, Harvey. And that will end this game. 5 turnovers for Texas State today. Georgia State takes this one 27-10, your final score. Looking at scores from other games around the country this week, number 2 Texas A&M beats number 6 South Carolina 35-24. And Colorado beats up on Oregon there. A big blowout in that game. Looking at the stats from our game today, Georgia State not very good on offense today, but their defense forced 5 turnovers on the day, 1 for a pick 6. Players of the game, Anthony Gross, 18 carries, 110 yards, and a touchdown. And Patrick Griffin, 6 tackles, 1 for a loss, and 2 interceptions on the day. And we will go ahead and advance to week 14 here, and we have another recruit to Georgia State. The 76 overall defensive tackle, Junior Johnson, has come to Georgia State to play. And you look at this, we are the number 19th recruiting class here in the country so far. Upcoming in the next episode, week 14, the final regular season game for Georgia State. If we win, we win the Sun Division and go to the Sun Belt Championship game. We will be facing off against Louisiana Lafayette, who come in 5-6. We are 6-5, and this is an away game. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.